Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Weik Fitness Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Weik. Today, I want to talk about something. It's kind of a mix of different things that are going on in my life right now. One is social media. Where is it going? How does it play into business today as we know it, as it's constantly being, evolved? I think so many people forget the fact that business is about speed. And if you're not keeping up with the speed, you're going to be left behind. Similar to what you see behind me, all these magazines. You really don't see magazines these days in terms of, health, fitness, bodybuilding. Most of them are gone. Now, you do have magazines in the business world. You have Entrepreneur Magazine, you have Inc., you have Forbes, you have stuff like that. But I think it's the same reason why the Wall Street Journal still does extremely well, because you have the people who consume that type of content and they're looking for the data that it provides, that, it's not going to go anywhere because, the demand is there. Where nowadays, all of these are now going digital. So you now see them online. Everyone is putting stuff on the internet through blogs, through websites, online magazines, and stuff like that. So I was talking with a guy from Google yesterday. I've mentioned this a million times in the past. I have never spent a penny on marketing my business. And this guy at Google, he said, hey, look, we're going to give you, I think it was like $100 of a credit to run Google AdWords on, whatever you want on your site. So I said, okay, there's no risk. You're going to give me $100. I'll use the $100 just to basically prove my theory that even Google AdWords is not beneficial to many people these days unless you can really niche it down and get very selective with who you're trying to go after, your demographics, and then possibly see a return on that investment. But the fact of the matter is, I think even Google is feeling the pressure with a lot of their ads today. Now, what I mean by that is, this gentleman said one thing that clicked, that made me think, okay, this really isn't going to help me, but they're trying to help themselves. What do I mean by that? I haven't looked today, but normally if you type in fitness writer, Weik Fitness will end up showing up on the first page. If it's not the first page, it's the top of the second page. It all depends on the different ads that are showing up on the first page and all of that stuff. So with that being said, this gentleman said one thing that made me just almost angry. He said, okay, we're going to get this set up, and then I need you to do me one favor. So you have one assignment. I said, okay, what is that? He goes, I want you to send me all of your competitors so that when somebody Googles their name, your ad will pop up. So I thought for a minute, and I said, no, sir, I'm not going to do that. He goes, well, why not? I said, because all of my competitors, I already rank better than. The people that are ahead of me in, the search engines when they type in, say, fitness writer, are all people who, it talks about like Upwork or writeraccess.com or accesswriters.com, something like that. So it's not really an individual person. So it's not like me against somebody else. Like I don't know many other people in the industry that I would say are my competitor. So with that being said, I'm like, and I told the guy, I said, listen, no disrespect, but what's not to say that I'm not going to send you my competitors. You're going to reach out to my competitors, give them the same pitch in hopes that they're going to spend more money with you to beat out my ranking on Google. And of course he's like, oh, Mr. Weik, we would never do that, blah, blah, blah. And so either I have like severe trust issues, which I may, or I'm 100% right with what I'm thinking here. And I honestly think that I'm right. So I think we need to look at things these days from where they're going to be in the future, billboards, are they still being used? Absolutely. Many of them went digital. So you don't have, the big paper or whatever the material is, billboards anymore. Most of them now are digitalized. They run multiple ads over the, span of a minute, which good for those, the billboard companies or those digital media companies, because they're able to put up so many more, businesses in a shorter period of time versus saying, hey, Mr. Customer, you're going to own this billboard for 30 days, 90 days, whatever the case may be. Everything is social media these days. And I really feel that if you're a brand and you're not capitalizing on the real estate that is free, think about it. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat. I mean, all of those are free. Can you pay for ads? Yeah, absolutely. Are you going to get a return on that? That's really up in the air. And that's everyone who I talk to who has ever ran Facebook ads or AdWords dumped thousands of dollars into it and never saw a return on their investment. They never made their money back. They never even broke even. So, I think we need to leverage where our consumers or customers are. They're all on social media. You have billions of people who are flooding social media on a daily basis. You need to create a community around your brand, your business, your product, your services, and cater to the needs and the demands of those people who you're trying to have buy from you, sign up for your email list, go to your website, whatever the case may be. So I think in today's age, we just need to get with times. Voice is going to be the next big thing. I mean, if you look at the way things are trending, obviously things went from, paper to digital. That ended up breaking out into social media. And, now we have things like iPhones where, we can ask, Google, or we can ask Siri, or we can ask, your Google Home at home, or, Alexa, whatever the case may be. That is going to be the future. I'll be honest. I'm using this more than ever to get information. It's information at our fingertips. We don't even have to type anything in anymore. We just say, hey, Alexa, or Siri, whoever. And we can get the information right then and there. Same thing. You can control your lights. You can control your locks. You can control everything, from this device. So think about where your customers are. They're probably on here. So how can you capitalize on that and maximize not only your time, but your resources as well? I mean, the last thing you want to be doing is spending money on Google ads where, you're spending thousands of dollars a month. You're getting a whole bunch of clicks, but there's zero conversion whatsoever. Looking at it right now, this whole Google thing that I said, yeah, let's give it a shot. I'm probably only going to run it for a couple days because that $100 is going to be used up in, like that. So in that period of time, I'm going to gauge how this is going to work. I'm all about, hey, look, if I dump $200 into something, but I make $400, okay, cool. I'm going to dump in $500 next time and hope that I make $1,000. If that happens, I'm going to dump $5,000 into something and hope that it turns into $10,000. I'm all about seeing a return on whatever I'm doing. Now, with the marketing, this is completely new territory for me. So I kind of put everything into the hands of this guy at Google to run this efficiently for, the duration of, whatever the credit is going to be worth to see if this works. Now, granted, it started yesterday around like 4:45, I believe. I woke up this morning, I had over like 400 impressions. I had clicks. I had, people who, visited my website, and I can track all that through the Google Analytics. But there were no emails. So when they're looking for certain keywords, that's great. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to convert. Somebody might be looking for something, but they see an ad. Oh, hey, I want to check this out. What is this? That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to turn into a business or a customer. So look at the things that you're doing today and check your ROI. Are you seeing income from the things that you are doing, the marketing strategies that you're going through? For me, I just leverage my social media. I have Instagram, I have Twitter, I have Facebook, both a personal and a business page, which, quite frankly, I post the exact same stuff on both anyways. It's just a matter of, I have a lot of friends in the industry who go to my personal page, so then that way they see all the content that I'm putting out. And, on the opposite side, if there's people who I don't know, who I don't want on my personal page, they can go to my business page at Weik Fitness and follow and like over there, see the same content. But, if you're a B2B type of business, you need to leverage the heck out of LinkedIn, because that's where all business owners, CEOs, C-suite, sales executives, entrepreneurs, whatever, that's where they're going to live. That's where they go to communicate. They're not always great with getting back. So say you want to connect with somebody on LinkedIn, but you send them a message. Very rarely do you get, messages back and forth on LinkedIn. It's easier to pick up the phone or shoot them an email directly. They're not always on to check, hey, what messages do I have for my LinkedIn profile? They just don't have the time to do it. Now, there are a ton of people who actually go on LinkedIn to check the content. So the different business news, things that are being posted about different markets, trends, innovation, whatever the case may be. All of that is going to live right there on LinkedIn. So if you're B2B, leverage LinkedIn. If you have a product and it's a visual type of product that people need to see, or there are multiple products, you have various SKUs in your portfolio, Instagram, leverage the heck out of it. Post all the pictures of your products. If you have a combination of, a content side of your product as well as the image, leverage Facebook. I mean, you have all of these different platforms at your disposal, all, again, which are completely free unless you decide to pay for the ads on those specific platforms. So, I encourage you to look towards the future. How can you leverage, voice tasks and stuff like that? So if you can leverage so that you can have an app that somebody can just talk into it, and it will give them the information for your products, your services, maybe it's the content that you're providing, something like myself. How can you leverage voice for the future so that you're ahead of the curve? Again, business is about speed. If you can't keep up with the way that, the market is trending for whatever, you're going to be left behind. So that's really all I wanted to talk about today is just think about your business. Where's your business right now? What are you utilizing? What are you leveraging? Are you in, the right space? Are you leveraging social media? Or are you buying, ads in magazines or TV spots or radio spots? I mean, I'll be completely honest. If I have the television on, which is very rare, I don't watch a single commercial. Not one. When I'm listening to the radio, if I'm driving, if a commercial comes on, I'm going to the next station trying to find another song. I don't listen to commercials. If I want to learn something about a company, I'm going to go directly to that company. Or if I'm in need of a service, I'm going to Google my problem, and from those search results, I'll pick what I want. I don't listen to commercials. Nobody's paying attention to that. Do I look at billboards? Yeah, I do. But here's something that you have to remember. You're driving. You're paying attention so you're not going to hit something. You look at a billboard. How long can you actually study that billboard? A couple seconds, right? Because you got a quick look ahead, make sure you're not going to hit something. Then you're looking back. Then you're looking ahead. If there's a number on there that you have to call, good luck. What are you going to do? pull over? Probably not, because you're in a hurry to get somewhere. Everyone's in a hurry. What are you going to do? Roam around? Where's the piece of paper? Where's the piece of paper? Oh, here it is. Where's the pen? Crap, where's the pen? Crap. I passed the billboard. I appreciate people who use billboards, but unless it's something that you can catch their attention extremely fast, it's not going to work. So, look at where you are today. Look at, how your business is trending, where your people are, and from there, decide, what the future is going to hold, and try and act swiftly and get ahead of the curve. But, excuse me, in the long term, it's all about speed. So get out in front of it, keep the pedal mashed down, and just get after it. Hustle and grind. Do whatever it takes to get in front of your audience, and once you have them, keep them. Because trying to get new customers is a lot harder than it is to keep the ones that you already have. So with that being said, that's all I have. Today was kind of like a little bit of a rant, little different things that are going on in my life with the Google and with the magazines and the social media that I decided just to kind of put it all together. But hopefully you gain at least some type of value from this. But leave me a comment, whether it's on YouTube. If you're listening to this on the social media, feel free. At Weik Fitness is, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, any of those platforms. If you're listening on the website, you can always drop me an email, click contact, and then it'll shoot an email right over to my inbox. But with that being said, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, an amazing week, and I hope to catch you guys on the next episode.